Hey guys, it's Julia, aka The Mug Life DIY, and thanks for checking out my video. I hope you guys are really excited for this wonderful trash to treasure, words are hard, collab, and it is an open invite challenge that I love joining in with Casey over at Coffee with My Sunshine. I love her channel, and you can check out her channel and the playlist and everything that she creates, and it's just fabulous. And you know, anything recycling and upcycling something is near and dear to my heart, and I just absolutely love doing it. So I hope you guys like the 3 projects, yes, 3 that I came up with you today, and I hope you guys will subscribe and like if you haven't already in my channel. And that's it, so let's jump into the project. Now for project 1 for our trash to treasure, I am actually using these recycled tiles. I found them in someone's trash. Yes, I actually picked up a full box of these tiles, and I've used them for a couple of different projects, but this is my first craft project that I wanted to do with them, and I just loved how they were just really simple. They're really long glass tiles, and then a couple of them were this brushed metallic silver color, which I thought was really pretty and kind of, I don't know, it was kind of a modern take on what I was going for. So I'm gonna call this modern farmhouse. I really hope you guys will like it. I just took one of my already finished and complete signs and turned it over. So I'm using the back side, and this is actually a Hobby Lobby sign that I bought last year and hauled in one of my like 80 or 90% off haul. So I literally paid like a couple bucks for this sign. So I now have a front and back sign, which I love dual purpose signs. And I just kind of placed my tiles, and I tried a couple of different arrangements until I liked the placement of them. And I think it was like the 3rd or 4th try for me to get down what I liked. So I hope you guys like the end one that I chose, but I definitely liked this fun geometric shape of the Christmas tree. And then I just took my ruler and kind of started measuring out so my centerpiece would just align and just look right. So then I just hot glued all of those pieces down, and I started with my trunk and then my 2 bottom pieces, and then I just glued all the way up from there. Now I've already forgotten if I mentioned the sign. I'm just using the back part of a sign, so you could honestly use anything that you had laying around, if you would like to upcycle a sign you had, or if you had just hauled something from Hobby Lobby like me. It's always a great way to use a piece that you can have in multiple ways. So I'm excited to reuse this piece. Now the star right here, if you don't notice that, that is actually from the Dollar Tree tag sign that I made into signs for my husband. They were the patriotic ones, and I had taken several of those silver stars off, so I thought that would be perfect. Now this little greenery piece, I cannot remember where or what I took it off of, but I had it in all of my Christmas greenery, so I just thought it was too modern for me. So I wanted it to be a little bit more green, so I just kind of grabbed pieces from my Christmas collection and glued them on, and I really think it jazzed up the piece and just gave it a little bit of fun greenery, but not too much. Now these red wood garland beads I got, let's see, actually I bought these back in Texas from a little thrift shop. It was like a rinky-dink little corner thrift shop. You would never realize, like, they were only open like 3 days a week, but you could find some of the best prices. I got an entire gallon-sized Ziploc bag of wooden beads for 99 cents. So yeah, someone got rid of beads. So I have used them in several of my crafts last year, this year, and I just really wanted to upcycle them again. So I'm actually going to make this project, and I'm going to do a little bonus project with them. But I have so many of these beads that I not only use them around my Christmas tree, but I wanted to incorporate them in other crafts around my home that I will decorate with. Now in the video, I just hot glued the wood beads around, but I would definitely recommend if you had some wood glue or even super glue, something to just make sure that it stays on if you want this to be a permanent piece, but I love changing out my decor. So honestly, if I wanted to, I can rip these beads off and reuse them again. Now, the bonus project is, if you didn't notice, I cut off a little bit of the wood garland around my picture well, it's a pallet sign. It's not really a picture frame, but around the edge of my sign. So I had this leftover few pieces, and I'm like, well, let me upcycle this into a cute little beaded Christmas tree garland or tassel. Oh my goodness, what are these little decorative things called? I have no idea, but I love them. And this tassel, I have no idea when I made it, but I just grabbed it out of my craft drawer and I attached it with the string that was just left over. And then I took my Christmas tree. They're the little wooden plaques. I actually think they're for garland. I don't know, the little crafting ornaments, the Christmas tree, because I thought it would match the little modern farmhouse Christmas tree that I did on my other sign, and I just attached it using the little rope twine that it came in the Dollar Tree package. Now, I actually believe these Christmas trees are from last year. I'm not sure if they are the same last year, this year. Let me know down below if they have changed out some of these ornaments. I have only been buying things that I knew I needed or it was brand new. And you know how all of our Dollar Trees are so varied with what they get in. So it's just kind of nice to see a little bit of a variety. If you don't have that specific item that you're looking for, you can always substitute this. I have seen the little ornaments, even a little heart from Valentine's Day would be adorable if you chalk painted it. There's so many options that you can do. So never be discouraged if you can't find the exact same piece. Now, this third and final project is a Dollar Tree sign that I really adored. It was like a little picture frame. It had, well, this is the back side, which I'm just kind of reinforcing the glue. It was pulling apart. It fell off of our shelf thanks to my 1-year-old daughter. And it had a little clip that you could clip a picture to up at the top. And of course, that came off as well. So I'm just kind of using this as a back placement kind of thing for my project. So this is actually, I believe, a Dollar Tree soap. I really adored this like dark foresty green that was the bottle. And it actually reminded me a lot, the smell. If you have never, Bath and Body Works, they have this like aromatherapy. It uses essential oils and all these different things, and it is amazing. And it kind of reminded me of those bottles. So that's why I went ahead and saved it, because I knew I could craft with it. And I will probably make another one of these so I can kind of have two sconces that will match and go on the opposite side of my Christmas tree. So that is my goal, to make two of them once I can find another one of these better together little Dollar Tree signs. And also, word to the wise, I scrubbed and literally scrubbed for about 10 minutes. I first used Goo Gone and was scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing, and I could not get the sticky, tacky thing off. I don't know what it was like super powerful. I don't know. Let me know if you guys have ever encountered this. I tried everything to get the stickiness off. I used soap and water. I soaked it. And now I'm using the 100% acetone. And I was so concerned that it was going to melt this bottle or take off the dye, and it didn't. But there was still, after scrubbing for 10 minutes, still, I could not get all of the residue off. I don't quite know if it was just reacting poorly to the Goo Gone. I am not sure. I couldn't even get the little better together part off. I was struggling today. It was not my night of crafting. So I improvised and just kind of went with it. And I decided to, since I couldn't get the better together off, I just painted over it white. And since it is going to be my Christmas, but honestly, I could change this out and use it seasonally if I decide to, I just went ahead with a nice neutral white. And I really love the thickness of these signs. They're really adorable. And they kind of look like a little mini palette. And I'm really hoping I can find them again in my Dollar Trees. I have not seen them again, but I feel like I have seen several of different options with these signs. I feel like one had something to do with like cats or dogs. I feel like I've even tagged something in my Instagram, so I'm not quite sure, but I did do 2 coats, and then I dried them with my heat gun, and 2 coats worked really well. This is just my regular acrylic paint. I believe it's the Apple Barrel. I do get the largest bins of the paints when I can find them in the colors that I want. And I'm also super impatient, so I always use my heat gun when I'm painting, just so it can make my crafts go along a lot faster. Now, since my green bottle is plastic, I didn't want to use my hot glue gun and it melt most of it away. So I just used my Dollar Tree Fix All adhesive, which I love. It is great. I just always have to make sure my room is got a fan on or it is well ventilated with the window open. And I just glued the 2 lowest sections of it and let that dry overnight. Now, something else that I always tend to do, I look at my project and I don't quite like the end result, and I just think it needed something else. So this was a tassel from I'm gonna say craft fail, and I just thought it would look really nicely on this little piece, and I thought it really coordinated well with the overall aesthetic I was going for. Now, I still cannot remember for the life of me where this really adorable little pine cone and greenery piece came from, but this is definitely by far my new favorite Christmas piece. I think it's adorable. I love it. I'm so excited. I hope you guys enjoy it as well and are inspired to craft something out of trash and create your own treasure for it. I hope you guys will subscribe and like and tell me which one is your favorite. And I will see you guys next time.